In this video, installation of my new bumper, the Havoc HPG 4210-207. Stay tuned, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Juan Carlos. If you haven't been here, welcome back. I finally came across a bumper that I really love. This is the Havoc HPG 4210-207. We found it in Jeep Beach 2024. Let's go ahead and get started. Here's the new bumper. It's the Havoc, part number HPC-42-10207. This is the box. We picked it up at Jeep Beach. Let's go ahead and open her up. It's packed very nicely. It's foam on all the edges. These are for the wiring for the fog lights, the OEM fog lights. These are extenders. Here's all the hardware box. Here's a new bumper, the Havoc. What I like about this, the push bar, it's welded. It has these brackets for fog lights, which are welded as well. The D-ring brackets are welded as well. You have your hose for the factory fog lights. You can mount your winch right here. Let's go to the back. It's all one piece. This is 3/16 steel. Surface is nice and smooth. I don't know if you can see that, but it's nice and smooth. I like that. You already got your bolts to insert into the Jeep attached on both ends. It comes with this bracket, which I haven't figured out what it is. It has with fog light extensions. It has 2 shackles that it came with. This is the hardware, the nuts to attach the bumper, and the screws to attach the fog lights. The one thing that worries me, this reads 2007, 2016 JK, JKU. The guy told me that it will fit my JT. We'll soon find out. I'm gonna take out the old bumper and put this bumper before I transfer the fog lights to make sure it does fit. Let's take a moment and take a close look at this bumper. We're gonna check the bumper's weight. I'm gonna weigh myself here. I'm I'm at 148.2. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the bumper. Got the bumper with me. 211. Bumper weighs 96 pounds.
Online, it reads it weighs 74 pounds.
Let's weigh in the OEM bumper. I'm at 143 now. Let's try it again. One 143. That's how much I've been working out here. Let's get the bumper. So I have the bumper with me. Got the bumper here. Let's get on the scale. 175.
That tells me the OEM bumper weighs 32 pounds.
Here's the old bumper. This is the OEM bumper. As you can see, I'm starting to get these white lines. I don't know why. Little fading going on there. So we're gonna go ahead and remove it. The way I'm gonna go about this, there's about 9 bolts in the bottom here for this fascia. This is plastic. There's 2 up here for this fascia. We're gonna be removing that. And then in back of the bumper, there's 4 bolts here. Actually, they're nuts. They're bolts and nuts. We gotta remove the nuts. 4 nuts on this side and 4 nuts on that side, and the bumper should come out. We're gonna go ahead and do that now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and remove this top fascia here. You have 2 plastic fasteners. That's just like the ones in the bottom. Let's get your needle nose plier. The needle nose pliers do not work in this application, so I got these prying. Got a little set of prying plastic tools here. Now this has a notch here and there. I'm gonna try to pry that out. See if I can fit maybe like this. Should be able to scoot that out. Had to set the camera down, and I just came in from both ends with both of my tools. Let me show you here. Okay, there you have it. So I did it. Be able to just pull this out now. My nose. There you are. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So what I do, I turn the plastic fastener so it's horizontal. Just like that. The whole thing just pulled out. Voila. Now that we got the 2 plastic fasteners off, it should be able to lift right up. Take that back. We have more down here. Let's get those off. My plastic prying tools came right off. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more you have to take out. I got these at Harbor Freight, by the way. We are passenger side. This is the harness for the fog light. It's got to disconnect. To remove the fog light harness, this is a button you push down. See how that's moving? So if you're catching that, and it will slide right out. Easy peasy. We are underneath the Jeep in the front. We're gonna be removing those plastic fasteners. There's 8 of them on the bottom. That's what holds this bottom fascia. There's 8 of them. They're very easy to take out. All you gotta do, I just got a pair of nose pliers. You just pull down on them. That's the front part, and then the back, grab it and pull. And that's all you gotta do. Got all my plastic fasteners removed. However, you got a metal screw here. This is 8 millimeters. On each side, there's one here, and there's another one all the way to the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove those now. I'm on the other side here. You can feel everything moving. Should be the last screw. There it goes. The whole thing just popped out. And there you are. There's that plastic front cover from the bottom of the bumper. Next step, you gotta remove, there's a piece of tape here. Not sure why, I guess that kind of grounds electrical. But this is a 16 millimeter bolt. Gotta take this one out, that one out, 3 and 4. We are underneath the Jeep at the last bolts of these bolts. These are 18. This is the inside, we're driver's side, and that's the outside. And same thing for passenger, right here. Those 2 and these 2. That's what we're going to be doing now. So the 18-inch bolts that actually hold the bumper together, it's going to be 8 of them. And as we're working on the front bumper here, guess who showed up? Baby girl. Say hi, baby. You know what that means? What time is it, baby?
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime. Let's go eat them. Okay, I removed the 4 bolts on this side, 4 bolts on this side, total of 8, and I taped up the fog light harness to the bumper. Now we're ready to remove the bumper. It should just slide right out. Grab around these tow hooks on both ends, and it should just come right out. There you have it. The OEM bumper is off. Let's go ahead and install the new Havoc bumper onto the Gladiator. Alright guys, so I have one end of the bumper tied up, and I'm working on the passenger end because these bolts are not welded to the bumper. They're loose, so you have to play with them. Let's go down there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you should be able to see that. Here are the bolts. You have to stick your hand in here and feed them through the Jeep's frame Then just bolt it on. I'm gonna just set a nut here. That way it won't go nowhere. Not gonna tighten her up. Just setting her there. I should tighten this too. Just setting a nut so it won't go out again. Now I'm gonna go over to this side and work on this side. All right, guys, so I'm on the inner side. I got this bolt on. So there's a hole right here. You probably can't see it, but there's a hole right there. You can stick your finger, and then with your other hand, you shake the bumper until this bolt comes through. I cannot hold the camera and do this at the same time, but you get the idea. I got all 4 bolts on this side and all 4 on this side. I'm not gonna lie, you really have to play with it for the bolts to come through the hole. Everything's loosely tightened. What I gotta do now is tighten her up with the wrench, and the bumper will be completely attached. Okay, got all the bolts tied down. Got the side brackets attached on both sides. Bolt with the washer, and on the other side as well. Here's the final product, the new Havoc bumper on the Jeep Gladiator Ultracon. This is the look I was going for. I love it. I have the stock OEM bumper in front of me. What we're gonna do, we're gonna disassemble it so we can get the fog lights and put the fog lights, the OEM fog lights, onto the new bumper. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna remove these plastic fasteners on the cover of the fog light. I'm gonna use my plastic tools here. Get these going. There's 6 plastic fasteners. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the cover. And I'm gonna do the same thing on that side. What you want to do now, you want to disconnect your fog lights. So just quick disconnect here, like so. Put that aside for now. Come on over and do it on the other side as well. Now that you have that disconnected, there's 4 screws, 932 socket. You're gonna go ahead and remove those, and you're gonna have yourself your fog light. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Fog light should come out. And use your OEM fog light. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Second fog light. Put that aside for now. What you want to do now, you want to get your wiring for your fog lights, and the way to do that, you gotta remove this plate that goes along the inside of the bumper. You have 8 nuts you have to remove with a 13/16 socket. Let's go ahead and do that now. install 8 nuts. The should slide right up. Gonna have to wiggle it. Got these zip ties here. You're gonna have to cut off. Let's go ahead and do that. Tool. Cut these off. Get this out. That should do it. There goes your metal inner piece from the bumper. Go ahead and remove my towing hooks. It's causing a lot of weight there. Okay, now you have another plastic cover that goes from end to end on the inside of the bumper. You gotta remove 16 9/16 screws to get this cover off. You're gonna go all along. Let's go ahead and do that now. Should pop right out. Oh, you got some here at the end you gotta remove. Did it. So we taped on when we took it out of the vehicle. We do this. Feed it through the plastic cover hole here. Just feed your wire through the plastic cover and we are home free. So here lies what we want, which are the actual harness, the wiring for the harness for the fog lights. So I'm just going to get these out. This is the harness for the fog lights to install in the new bumper. I thought I'll lay it out for you. This is the OEM bumper in pieces. This is for the JL and the JT. I had a 2018 Wrangler JL and it had the same bumper. My current Gladiator is a 22 JT, same bumper. So you have the fascia of the bumper, you have the inner plastic cover, you have the metal, which is what's going to do all the work, you have the caps to lock the initial bolt in, and you have the two tow hooks. I just thought it was interesting that it comes in mainly 3 parts. I'm gonna go ahead and assemble this so I won't lose anything. Let's go ahead and install our OEM fog lights onto the new bumper. Normally you want to put these on when you have the bumper out, but we had to go to Key West for a race, so I had to slap on the bumper there and figured I'd get them done after. Shouldn't be that hard. Let's go ahead and get that done. These are the bolts that the kit brought for the bumper. These are 7mm, so use a 7mm socket. I'm behind the bumper, and you're gonna just insert these bolts through the bumper's bracket for the fog lights. Get it with the other hand. Right, trying to get it. These bolts have a square nut on top of the bolt, so they just stay right there. You do that in all four corners. Yeah, I got my 4 bolts onto the bracket. I got my fog light, just gonna insert it in. I'll reinsert those bolts back on. I've inserted all 4 screws, hand fed the nut. What I'm gonna do is get my ratchet and tighten it up. I'm on the driver's side now, stuck 1 bolt, and I'm gonna get the fog light. All right, I'm sure it's facing the right way. Just gonna set it here through that bolt, like so. And I just feed the flat washer, lock washer, and nut. Got all 4 bolts. I hand tightened the nuts. Now I'm gonna go in with my electric ratchet and tighten everything up. There are the fog lights installed. I have to say, I really love the way they look. What a sharp look that is. I got my wiring with the harness. Just gonna connect to the vehicle right here. There's the one we took out for the OEM bumper. This just snaps on, and these are gonna snap on to the back of the fog lights. Actually, no, they're not. We have these extenders, these wire extenders. These will hook up to the extenders. The extenders will hook up to the fog lights. But let's get going. You know, you just I'm gonna stick the wire behind the bumper. You know, just feed it through. Just channels back there. You know, zip tie it. It's an easy job. Not much to it. As you can see, I'm feeding the cable. The bumper has these brackets with these holes. See these holes? They go all throughout. So that's what I'm feeding the cable through. So nothing will be hanging up. On top of that, I'll strap the cable with zip ties, plastic zip ties. It turns out you do not need the extensions to connect the fog lights to the OEM wiring harness. There's plenty of cable. I just have to zip tie some of that cable around the bumper. So just keep it in mind. Here's a look of the final product. You can't tell, but the lights are on right now. They look really nice. Really like the look, how it turned out. And I did change the shocks to white. As you can see, I did install the winch as well. I will be posting a video on that shortly. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you like this video and found it useful, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button for future videos. Till next time, everybody.